Hi, this is William. Welcome to FlySpoke. Today I'm going to tie for you an old standard in the Miramichi system in New Brunswick, especially the Cains River. It's called the Copper Killer. And I'm starting off, I'm using a double hook here with a down eye. It's a bronze hook. You can still get these at W.W. Doak. The old mustads like this one are not available anymore, but there is a substitute now in the same exact format. This is a size 8. Better to use this fly up there in these small sizes. 8s and 10s really do work well. This is Giorgio Bonecci, red Giorgio Bonecci thread, 12/0. And the first thing I'm going to tie in, very thin copper wire. And just tie that off right there. And let it just keep your wire just hanging there. You want to have it for your rib for later on. And then the next item that's going to go in, I'm going to take some fluorescent pale chartreusey, kind of yellowish chartreusey floss. And with this, what I want to make sure, I'm going to put this in. And then what I have to make sure with this is when I put a couple of wraps of thread is I twist the floss so that it's not going to unravel off of the back of the hook. You could be tying this fly right now with chartreuse thread, and that would assist in the red base thread not showing through. Put this on like that. And then just tie your floss off. Okay, I'm going to trim that floss. Okay, still continuing with keeping the wire out in front of you. Okay, the next thing, I'm just going to build up a touch of this thread right here. Okay, so just keep your wire intact. Just leave it dangling. The next item we're going to put in a tail, and it's going to be a red golden pheasant breast feather. Alright, I'm just going to put that in. I don't want it to be too long. Just beyond the back of the turn of the hook. This Giorgio Bonecci thread is extremely beautiful and a great color. There's no reason why you can't just, instead of switching over to a floss, there's no reason why we can't put the second color floss butt in using the Giorgio Bonecci thread. Very neat. Okay. Now I'm going to trim this up a little ways so I can keep some uniformity to my body, and I always cut on a slight angle. Okay, next item, I'm going to put in a body, and I'm going to put in some copper tinsel. And I'm going to run the copper tinsel towards the back and then come up to the front again, and we'll wrap the rib over the tinsel. Now remember, we had a red butt there. And now let's come back to the front. Okay. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of head cement, very tiny amount, turn the fly over, and I'm just going to put a little head cement onto the underside of that tinsel. That's just a touch. Now I'm just going to put the rib over, copper rib over the copper tinsel. Just try to keep this even. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take I have a piece of a saddle hackle here, an orange, bright orange, and I'm going to take some of the barbules off that saddle hackle. They're pretty even all by themselves. Okay. Turn the fly over and you can look at it and make sure they're squarely right on the bottom. And then the last item in this fly is to take some red squirrel tail, and we're going to make a wing, and I am going to put this in the stacker. I don't want it to be too much like a paintbrush. At the same time, I want the barring look of the red squirrel tail to be there. Loose wrap, and then pull it down when you get that loose wrap on there, and it's a lot easier to just pull down. These hair wings, it's not a bad idea when you're tying things like this that you put a little bit of head cement right on that hairs to hold them all together to each other. It's practical when you're tying for yourself and you really want the fly to last. Okay, tie a whip finish. Trim. The copper killer. There it is.